I wish I was born in a country where the inner voice rises. I wish I was born in a country where the midday shadow never stretches. I would go back there, sit down in the grass there, grab my drums and watch the clouds pass. And I would let it spring up from behind my inner voice, my inner voice.
This week's Becoming YouTube is about old things versus new stuff, and about people who don't belong. It asks whether new up-and-coming website YouTube, you may have heard of it, is killing off that lumbering old beast television, or is YouTube becoming TV? In this ever-changing online world, are smaller YouTubers getting left behind? And was last week's inaugural YouTube Comedy Week, with its tagline "It better be funny," actually funny? Or was it 7 days of tired, lazy, badly organised, poorly realised, pusillanimous bum-gazing? A holocaust of unmerited smugness that treated you, the audience, like fucking idiots. Also in this week's Becoming YouTube, a puppet gets hit by a bus. Since the last Becoming YouTube, a BBC TV crew has been filming me and some other YouTubers for an edition of The Culture Show, all about YouTube. It'll air on BBC Two in June. Here they are filming us at YouTube Creator Space in London as we shoot a sketch for this episode of Becoming YouTube, and here I am in Google's canteen being interviewed for The Culture Show by presenter and journalist Jacques Peresi. One of the things that fascinated Jacques, and fascinates me too, is how the biggest YouTubers are getting viewing figures that plenty of TV networks would kill for. Yet most traditional media, TV, radio, newspapers, town criers, carrier pigeons, that sort of thing, still treats YouTube with indifference, or a deep-seated suspicion, or like that idiot kid in the corner dribbling into its own gums. I asked the YouTube digerati whether they foresee a future in which traditional or mainstream media gets YouTube.
Maybe they won't. Sort of hope they don't. It's fun having our own little place where we can do whatever the hell we want and not have anyone policing it. YouTube says don't upload porn, and then you're pretty much good. So I like that kind of freedom just to be able to make whatever content that you want to make.
The thing is that a lot of people are still not willing to take like YouTube and the internet seriously, and so it doesn't always. It's not that it couldn't translate well into like regular media, it's just that they don't want it.
The mainstream media at the minute seems to think the internet was invented around 2010. They're still clinging to the fact that the internet is a weird group. It's full of weird people who wouldn't fit on TV. You know, you wouldn't watch them over dinner.
There are people that are still completely living in the past. They don't understand the power that YouTube and the internet have, but a lot of people are starting to understand, which is refreshing, and it's a good thing. I think it's
and also terrifying. God knows what YouTube is going to be in 5 years.
YouTube is becoming the new TV. I mean, I got rid of my TV the other day, like, because I haven't watched it in about 7 months because I just watch stuff that's online, and I watch TV online.
The internet is in the stage that television was in when it was in black and white. We're at the first bit, and there's still so much more that's going to come and we don't even know yet.
I don't think the mainstream will get YouTube. I think the mainstream will become YouTube, or the YouTube will become the mainstream. So I don't have to wait for, old newspapers and radio to understand what YouTube is, and then they can start reporting on me. I just got to wait for them to die.
Mainstream media is going to die out.
Traditional mainstream media, television is a sinking ship, and it's like people are jumping off onto the life raft, if that's what you call the internet, but then they're like, oh, there's a bit more I could get, jump on the sinking ship and loot a few more of the benefits from it, and then they go back off, and that's how I really see it at the moment.
I don't feel like I want to mimic TV or anything like that, because like you said, they're killing to get my views, so why would I copy what they're doing if they're not doing it as well as I am in terms of getting people watching them?
No more than 10 years ago, television and newspapers were the only way that you got your information, and the internet has completely changed that now. So you're not being spoon-fed, you're not having to just rely, as I've said, government telling you what you can find out for yourself. So already that is progression in the right direction of becoming a critical thinker, being willing to question.
It feels like we're part of something that's is going somewhere.
A revolution.
I guess, I don't know, you know what I mean?
The internet isn't TV in the obvious sense, really. You got Downton Abbey, and then you've got a 3-second video of a kitten sneezing, and they get the same viewing figures. That's That's not something that needs explaining. That's just obvious. That's just one and the other. But what's happening is that they're kind of merging now.
We're a part of that new little generation.
Getting excited just thinking about it.
Is YouTube the new TV? In a speech to advertisers early this month, Google gigalord Eric Schmidt, the corporation's executive chairman, didn't so much as predict that online video will one day overtake TV. No, he went further. It's already happened, he declared. Chalk one up for the internet, everyone. YouTube has crushed TV. If Eric Schmidt is right, and why wouldn't he be? Look at him, the battle is won already. Here's a short sketch in which YouTuber Hazel Hayes and her former TV sidekick, but not really unnecessary Otter, imagine what it would be like if YouTube were where fading TV stars go to die. It better be funny.
Unnecessary, unnecessary Otter. Unnecessary, unnecessary Otter.
And Hazel.
Good
morning, Hazel.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Otter.
Fuck off, Hazel.
Well, a big hello to all of our regular viewers and to those joining us from Becoming YouTube today. They're very welcome, aren't they, Otter?
No, I hope they all fucking die.
Well, do you like YouTube, Otter?
YouTube? No, not since they banned sexually explicit content.
It's a little un-PC of you, I would have thought. We love receiving your drawings, as you can see from the wall behind me here. So we've brought two of our young viewers in to show us what they've made. Quinn and Alex, would you like to come and join us on set here? That's fine, don't be shy. Come on in and join me and Otter here. They've had a great day at the studio. They had a whole tour of the whole place, didn't they, Otter?
Aye, they did.
And they got to see his dressing room.
And that was talc, kids. That was sherbet.
Quinn, would you like to tell us about your drawing?
Well, this is you, Hazel, and this is Otter. He's my favourite.
Don't touch me, Quinn, you stupid
you
bastard. Don't touch me, I said, you little cunt. I fucking hate kids, and this is why I
And we also have a lovely drawing from Alex. Who's this?
NEWPORT.
Ninebrassmonkeys.
Looks like a coke addict.
Well, I do love his red hair.
I did the lip ring.
Shut up, Quinn.
Well, thanks for that, and thanks for joining us. If you'd like to see more Otter, you can see him on youtube.com/chewing sand. Not on TV. Not anymore. They certainly made sure of that, didn't they, Otter?
Should have slept with that producer, shouldn't you?
Yep.
Like I told you.
Just before our heyday.
You don't just chew sand,
We
kids.
could have been brilliant, Otter. Man, we could have been rich.
Hey.
Fucking AdSense, that's all we fucking get now anymore.
Drink up, bitch. Fuck this. I'm going home.
In truth, reports of TV's death are greatly exaggerated. If anything, the internet's made TV and film and radio bigger and more accessible. Look at iPlayer, Netflix, podcasts based on radio shows which have registered billions of downloads. The delivery mechanism is changing. Many of us watch TV or listen to radio on our computers now, but the on-demand user-generated nature of videos on YouTube makes it a complementary medium to TV, not its rival. Although I think YouTube might have missed that memo.
I'm still not sure whether new media will go off on its own path and we will still have traditional media, or they'll merge. I think probably more likely they'll merge. I think it's a little bit too ingrained into society that there is this box in the living room that we watch. More and more we're starting to sit with our laptops or our mobile devices or tablets or whatever in front of a television, and we're seeing that.
I think there's a difference between sitting on a couch and sitting at your desk. And there is, you know, a half-hour long content that you can watch at a desk. It's just very different from half-hour long content that you'll want to watch in your living room. You know, I'm fine watching 30 Rock on my computer, but I'm more fine watching the Daily Show on my computer. But I'm even happier watching Becoming YouTube on my computer, because each one of those things is sort of a step toward a more active experience. Whereas sitcoms are pretty much laid back, like you can turn off or like play solitaire while I'm doing it. And whereas the Daily Show, I really want to be paying attention. Whereas Becoming YouTube, I feel like I'm a part of that.
Now, comedy is subjective. Different things make different people laugh. But I think we can all agree that YouTube Comedy Week was a terrible piece of shit. With some exceptions. You'd think I were biased if I told you that Crabsticks's Comedy Week panel show I Can't Even was one of them, because I appeared on that. But much of Comedy Week was either old videos repackaged as top 10 countdowns, or new stuff that wasn't made for Comedy Week at all. It's hard to believe that Michael Cera's unsettling and beautiful short Gregory Go Boom was made especially for Comedy Week, and Charlie McDonnell and Kyle Mansley's charmingly bonkers The Tea Chronicles certainly wasn't. When the most consistently funny parts of YouTube Comedy Week were the 20-second promos shown online and in cinemas in the weeks preceding it, it was clear that something had gone wrong. With its excruciating live red carpet launch show, its week of scheduled fun, and the likes of Sarah Silverman and Ricky Gervais presumably paid dumper trucks full of dollars to lend their beautiful mainstream faces to Comedy Week, the whole ordeal could only have been more embarrassing if YouTube had insisted on spelling comedy with a K. Go on, laugh! YouTube screamed at us. Laugh, you bastards! This week is all about ha ha he he, because normally here at YouTube we don't do comedy. It's not as though you can find any funny videos on YouTube all the rest of the year round. On day 2, Tom Scar tweeted, Comedy Week is endearing and it's awesome to be involved, but ultimately YouTube is exceptionally lame when they pretend to be TV. And he's right. YouTube's big problem, along with the sub box not working, understanding national ban in China, and juvenile and aggressive comments beneath every video with more than 10 views, is its obsession with wanting to be TV. See also YouTube's doomed multi-million-dollar original channels initiative, or its recently launched pay-to-view subscription channels, which probably won't fare much better. While a lot of people visit YouTube every day, they stay on average for only 15 minutes. Conventional television viewing, in contrast, is, 4 or 5 hours a day? So you can understand why YouTube during Comedy Week behaved like King Louie in Disney's The Jungle Book. I'm tired of monkeying around, sang YouTube. While monkeying around, before fixing TV with a cold, jealous stare and spluttering, I want to be like you. But YouTube is at its most exciting when it does stuff that TV can't, when it experiments with form and content, when it remembers that TV is a monologue and YouTube is a conversation. Comedy Week was not a conversation. In contrast, YouTube is at its weakest when working harder to appeal to advertisers than to us, the viewers, by pretending to be something that it's not. Quit trying to be TV, YouTube. We have TV already. It's called TV. It's been around for decades. Strive to be different. Then again, imagine if YouTube had been around for decades. Imagine if its oldest, most beloved stars weren't Charlie McDoodar or Jack Dean, but YouTubers like Gary. Gary Capelhorn and his puppet sidekick Cheeky. You know Cheeky, star of YouTube channel CheekTV. What do you mean you've never... He's real? Like Sopio is a real card game. You grew up watching Cheeky. Yes, you did. So did your dad. Cheeky started out in the 40s, back when you had to wait like 10 minutes for your computer to warm up before you could even log on to YouTube. Broadcast in black and white back then, of course. 60 plus years on YouTube. Seriously, here's some cast iron testimonials.
I just remember being really scared of the theme tune. When the theme tune came on, I used to hide behind the sofa. It's cheeky, cheeky, cheeky. I couldn't do it. I couldn't listen to that without being really shaken up.
Cheeky on CheekTV, and the purple puppet loves celebrity and fun. Oh, you're back.
Even as a child, I thought, what is this? This is a bit weird.
Let's be sexual detectives.
Back in the early days, that was when he was at his best.
Hello everyone, have you seen Cheeky? He's very late. I think we ought to sing his tune. That ought to do the trick. Will you sing it with me? We want Cheeky on CheekTV. He's the purple puppet of celebrity and fun. Hello, Cheeky Chops. Hello. Balls.
I queued up for 4 hours outside the studios where they would film CheekTV to try and get a signature.
Yeah.
But he didn't have any real hands, did he? So
He didn't have a pen, did he?
He didn't have anything.
In real life. Oh my god, you're such a poor Gary.
No, you are.
God.
Tell us about your rave bus. I bet dodgy things have gone on there.
No, that's perfectly illegal bus.
I do remember the first time actually that I met Cheeky, and I was starstruck, obviously. It's kind of oddly sexual, a bit touchy. A lot of the older stars tend to be.
I know, it's shocking. Hello, Cheeky Chops. I told you it was old school.
And his catchphrase, of course.
Yeah, Cheeky, come and play with me.
Shut that door.
Fill it up. Go on and fill her up. Is that it?
My favourite of his catchphrases was, I've got my blob on.
It was really good, wasn't it?
We used to shout it
all the time.
Yeah, at school.
I loved it.
It was always like in a kid's brand, but then he had kind of the Lindsay Lohan meltdown.
Sometimes I cover myself in Vaseline and pretend I'm a slug.
And then things started to get a bit more edgy, didn't they?
How are you feeling today? Hi.
I was surprised they stuck with him really for so long. You know, I thought that they would. I thought they'd replace him with a sort of someone who was a bit more upbeat.
His life was all over the press. I mean, just the drama, the behind-the-scenes drama, the relationships, the sex.
I found him in an alleyway once with a large group of young women. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't really care to know what was going on.
Just imagine him having sex.
Hello, T.O. Ow! My feet are so cold.
Oh, shut up! You wore little soft shoes.
It's your fault! Yeah.
I know his agent was pushing for a long time for him to appear on the culture show, but even though no one really watches it, you know. But I mean, in terms of kudos, it's massive.
Cheeky there. Dead now, of course. More of that shortly. With YouTube's motto of broadcast yourself and its imitation of a world with millions of TV channels, it's not surprising that many YouTubers, from Gary's CheekTV to Marcus Butler, have included TV in their channel name. Is this because they have aspirations beyond YouTube? Do they want to be like Dan and Phil, breaking out of YouTube onto primetime BBC Radio 1?
I think people now might be starting channels thinking that it's going to get them somewhere, which is not the way forward.
Some people are like, if I become a really famous YouTuber, I could be a TV presenter one day.
Right.
You can tell the sort of people that are doing it as a means to get famous as opposed to just doing it because they want to do it.
I thought, you know, if TV companies see this, you know, I can get on the BBC. But now, as it stands, I would rather stay on the internet than be on TV. There's more opportunities online.
The concept of YouTube being a platform for more traditional media things that's incredibly new, but
I think companies are starting to realise that if we already have an audience, that means that we can get an audience on their new platform.
I'm pretty sure that if I wanted to do some kind of TV show, I could. I've had lots of people approach me and say, do you want to like try and work out what the Charlie Is So Cool like TV show is? And usually what I will kind of respond to them is like, if they have an idea for a TV show, like going around America or something like that, I'll usually say, well, could I do this better on my own, just doing YouTube videos? And usually the answer is yes.
I don't think breaking out is a good idea. I think that there isn't a ceiling with the internet, and it's growing and it's changing. I think there are people that make the mistake where they get to a certain level and they think, you know what I should do now? I should make the change into TV. And then they tank because they're not trained for TV. You know, it's just been companies with big force smiles going, hey, you're a big popular product. Let's put that on TV. And it doesn't work. Putting internet on TV doesn't work. Different language.
If you started YouTube back in 2006, you were not starting YouTube as an intention for it to be a platform for anything, because it was just who the hell's even on this website, because you know, you were doing video blogging back in 2006 and it's like you obviously had no like motives behind that.
I think if I told that Phil that I was going to be on Radio 1, I would have run away and never done YouTube.
Just started crying.
Yeah, I would have cried.
On the spot.
I don't see YouTube as a stepping stone. It's perfectly
fine the way it is.
Yeah, it's a great way to make a living online. It's a new way.
A lot of people if we're going to stop talking about us and bloody radio, but a lot of people are like, who the hell are they, and why haven't they done normal radio, then student radio, then hospital radio, then local radio, and then pitched ideas for a decade and then got something?
Yeah.
Even if, I don't know, in the future we've done all this stuff, we've done loads of things, you'll still say, I make videos on the internet, that's what I do.
Yeah.
So,
and I think at the moment it seems to be a bit of a, like when anyone asks, what's this for if we're filming in public, we go, video on YouTube, and they're like,
have a business card.
Oh, weird. Yeah. Oh, that's a bit weird, and we're like, yeah, but I think soon, maybe in the next 10 years, it will be seen as a actual career and an actual job.
As YouTube changes, so do YouTubers. Most newbies aspire not to be on TV, it seems, but to be like their YouTube idols, to be the next Charlie, the next Bertie, the next Marcus or Casper. It hasn't always been that way. There are YouTubers who've been ploughing away since 2008 and have 15k subs to show for it but keep on trying, and they never started out to be crazy internet famous. They started YouTubing to make friends, bad videos, then better videos, to relieve the monotony of the rotten, relentlessly unpleasant drudge of human existence. YouTubers like Gary with his imaginary friend Cheeky. You remember Cheeky, he's the purple puppet that really, definitely exists. Well, used to. Last year, and despite being a puppet, Cheeky passed away after being knocked down by a double-decker bus. This next bit is the story of how he died and how, in many ways, we're all responsible. And by all, I mean the dude driving the bus, which was YouTube's Food for Louie, and former Big Brother contestant, YouTube prankster and walking thrift shop Sam Pepper, who used to live on the bus with Louie but now lives in LA. Which so you might if you were responsible for the death of a YouTube legend. Anyway, everything you're about to see really happened. That's your trigger warning. This is the night that Cheeky died and broke poor Gary's heart.
Do you want a lift? Just get on the bus, man.
So you actually live on this thing?
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
No, it's cool. It's kooky, isn't it? Living on a bus. It's bohemian. Very Scooby-Doo. No? Do you have a dog? Upstairs, do you have a talking dog? Do you and Louis travel around the country solving mysteries?
Scooby-Doo lived in a van. This is actually a bus. Also, we used to have a dog, but we don't talk about that anymore.
Why? What happened to it?
He got eaten.
Oh. Hey, Ben. All right, Louis. Nice bus. Thanks. So, what do you and Louis actually do on this thing? I mean, when you're not eating and sleeping and making YouTube videos.
You want to see?
Hi, Sam. A party where?
Hello? That's for you.
Hey. Yeah, sure. I love buses.
On the bus. Sam, darling, anytime. Count me in.
Sam, you had me at hello. It's around the corner.
You sure?
No, it's like
outside the bus.
Side.
No, fuck off!
Cheeky, pick up. You're supposed to be home half an hour ago. I'm worried. You're gonna catch your death in that t-shirt.
Best party on the bus ever! It's fun, yet dangerous! Nothing can possibly go wrong!
have you done?
You literally came out of nowhere.
Is he alright? Are you moving, Oh my Cheeky? fucking god! Fucking
He's not
pockets,
saying
Theo.
anything though. What should we do?
It'll be alright, Cheeky, don't worry. It'll be
Call an
alright.
ambulance or something.
Is he
God,
breathing?
No, please, no.
Cheeky, are you moving?
Let me see him. Let me see Cheeky.
Gary, don't.
Theo, just go and
Do
call an
something.
ambulance.
Give him mouth to mouth. Gary, we can't give him mouth to mouth.
Ashley, don't look. Get back on the bus.
He's been hit by a bus. Well, thank God you didn't have your arm in him at the time. How could you let this happen?
We weren't even going that far. Gary, I'm so sorry.
Why weren't you watching where you were going? Gary, listen to me, okay? It's no one's fault. Except possibly Sam's. But listen, Cheeky is going to be okay.
I don't know. Where even
Let
are
me
we?
hold him. I want to hold him. We mustn't move him.
That's all I've got.
I don't know, London
Theo
somewhere.
is phoning for an ambulance.
Somewhere in London.
Cheeky will make it through this, Gary. Trust me. Take more than a double-decker bus to kill that old timer.
What?
Sometimes I'm angry, and sometimes I hurt, but mostly I miss you, and I can't find the words. If I say I love you, you misunderstand. You just say I love you, you won't take my hand. I've been trying to tell you in my words and my deeds just what you mean to me, but you're blind to my needs. I can tell you I love you, and it won't mean a thing, for the words may have meaning, but you're not listening. And still I stand on your shoulder, light and darkness combined, playing conscience and reason until we intertwine. Maybe I should forget you, shut you out of my life, take my refuge in darkness, block out your light, seek salvation in solace, brave my heart in the cold, keep your memory sacred, so you never grow old. Sometimes I'm angry, and sometimes I hurt, but mostly I miss you, and I can't find the words.
So that was the bath challenge. I'm literally sitting here, snot flying out my nose, sitting here in my clothes in the bath. So thanks for suggesting that, Alice717, and I hope I got your name right. If you do want to send any suggestions for future challenges, put them in the description. In the description? No. If you've got any challenges you want to set me, leave them in the comments below. If you have seen or you haven't seen, no. If you haven't seen my cinnamon challenge from last week, I'll put a link in the description. Thanks so much for your support. Please like and subscribe. Look, I know it's not the same. And this is all a bit shit. I miss him too. But when life gives you lemons, you just keep on making them YouTube videos. Man, we're gonna get out of here. Oh. Mom! Mom, I've done it again, I need a towel! Are you there? Are you in the garden?
I like to remember him at his happiest.
You know, like when you hear a grandparent's passed and you just kind of deal with it in your own kind of silent way.
Was he even alive?
Well, he's not anymore.
No, he's not now.
That's one thing that we do know. He's not alive anymore.
Watching his old YouTube videos, lots of memories came flashing back that I've been trying to bury on the internet for a while.
There was a man involved with Cheeky. It was a man behind him, but like controlling him like a puppet. I don't know anymore. Like he wasn't real.
So tell me that I hurt you, tell me there was pain. So my return to Shingle Street doesn't have to be in vain, no.
Everything he used to do was funny, and I think it was a really funny way to go. I did chuckle.
I really think that's the way he would have wanted to go. Yeah, I mean, isn't that the way we all want to go, really?
Even thinking about it now, actually, is making me laugh a little bit. Because I shouldn't do really, because it's actually quite distressing, but do you know what I mean?
Slowly I'll be salted with the smaller stones below. It's all I can do to simply sit here on the road.
And then eaten, of course, by Louis.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of my dream, so.
When he died, I was pleased.
Go on and fill her up. Is that it? Is that the... Yeah.
Go on and fill her up, Steve. You'll remember that.
That's disgusting. Given the context of what everyone else has said.
Alright, cut there then.